Okay, so let's please welcome to the stage LifeProof cases. Wow. So many questions to ask. Judges, where do we start?
Yeah, that was this morning in the Swisher Boys household.
Is that a sick version of squirrel fishing?
Yeah.
Yes, that's on. That activity is on Stomp.io.
Yeah.
Now, do these things exist on the market? They do. I see them in the Apple Store. How do you? There's lots of these kind of things, waterproofy kind of things.
Well, there's nothing you can stick in your pocket. There's nothing that life-proofs your life, so you have complete freedom to go wherever you want, whenever you want, and it looks just like your iPhone. It's barely larger.
Yeah, it's much thinner, you mean? In terms of thinner and...
It's only 1/16 of an inch thicker than the iPhone, and it weighs less than an ounce. And it's waterproof, it's dirt-proof, it's shock-proof, egg-proof, mayo-proof, kid-proof, whatever proof you want. You put it on, you forget about it, and from there, you're life-proof wherever you go.
What happens when inevitably something goes wrong, even if it's quote unquote the user's fault, and they blame you for it, and there's plenty of bad press and so on and so forth?
Well, it's a little bit like use with care, like scuba equipment. Bad things can happen if you don't follow the instructions. Same with underwater cameras. So if you're going into a particularly hazardous environment like underwater, you follow the instructions, you'll be okay. Naturally, we would cover a user for any manufacturing defects, but not for user error.
And why does it cost so much? I mean, it's $69? $69. Because when I like balk at the $29 piece of plastic I have to buy now. What's the price point? Why is it that high?
Well, for $29, you get a little rubber bumper, and that's all it does. And if you drop it on the concrete, it's probably going to break. Right. Ours is mil spec, so you can drop it from 6 feet onto concrete on any side, any surface. It is IP68, which means that you can swim underwater and actually take underwater movies. Can we switch to a quick underwater movie so you can see the clarity here, please? So you can actually use it as an underwater camera. It replaces all of those functions. So now, look in the swimming pool here. That's direct with the iPhone 4. And we also have them for the iPad, and soon for the Android and BlackBerry platforms too. So we're not a case, we're about life-proofing you, so wherever you go, you no longer have to think about, do I leave it in the car, or do I leave it somewhere else when I'm at the bar? It's all good.
How hard was this to do? What kind of intellectual property is there here?
This actually has been in development for 22 months. It's the world's most expensive iPhone case. We spent over $1 million on development, and we went back to the drawing board 5 times. We've got a full-time patent attorney on staff, and we've actually filed 420 pages of patents. We've got 20 new innovation and invention areas, which allows us to put so much protection into such an incredibly small case.
So I take it you're not that worried about cheap Chinese manufactured competition?
Well, I'm not sure if you trust your iPhone, a $10 iPhone case from Lucky Dragon Incorporated.
Where do you think
for
they
going
make
in the
the
swimming
iPhones?
Pool? What's that?
Where do you think they make the iPhones?
Well, that's not the problem. I mean, we make them in Far East too, but I'm talking about as far as brand goes. If you're talking...
I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if you have some sort of proprietary advantage, given this what the technology is here, or if it's replicable effectively.
Well, I think anything is replicable. It comes down to its solid branding and also solid IP protection. And we're pursuing both of those funds very, very vigorously, which I think is as good as you can do in America.
I finally got it open. It's open proof, too. This thing really on the front is really thin. What is that? It feels like flat, like it could break easily.
It feels cheap.
Yeah.
It's actually meant to be very, very lightweight. We felt that lightweight and small size, looking just like the iPhone, is what people actually want. And what we've done is we've tested it independently to IP68 and to military specifications, so you're not going to be able to break this.
This what's the kind they use with children's toys, obviously. But what is it? I want to know what it is.
It's actually PETN with an anti-reflective coating and a scratch-proof coating on it.
What's your marketing or distribution strategy?
Initially, we are in discussions. We can't name the companies, but there's a couple of carriers here which happen to carry the iPhone in the United States and that we're in discussions with. And also, we expect you'll be able to buy it from sports retail stores, potentially REI, those sorts of stores, as well as online directly.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Let's hear. And I see you gave one to each of the judges. What about the other 600-700 people in the room?
Hey, if you come by our booth down the back there, we'll take care of life-proofing you here in quick order. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.